Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. Say hi.
I will say that will bagel.
So today's video is going to be a cash stuffing featuring my little 2-year-old in the beginning, right? So what we're going to do is we're going to fill up. That's mommy's budget planner. Okay.
Put those.
Put them in.
Put them.
Put them in. This is called a dime. It's worth 10 cents. What are you gonna buy with all this money?
Toy.
You wanna buy a toy? Keep your head back. Those are quarters. Those are 25 cents.
Put them. Put them.
This is a quarter too.
Put them.
Okay, put it in.
Put them.
That's a nickel, 5 cents.
Oh, put it in.
Okay. Okay, thank you so much, baby. Say bye-bye. Say bye.
Bye.
Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. I hope that you enjoyed my little 2-year-old stuffing some coins into his piggy bank. Hopefully one day soon he'll be able to do a little bit of an actual cash stuffing with me. I'm not gonna lie, that was a little bit hard with him on my lap to do it. He kept moving things around, but I didn't want to have a hot tea with me, so today I made an iced coffee. I actually stopped drinking coffee for a couple months, but I did get back into drinking it because it's been raining a ton, and as you guys know, I get headaches and migraines, and coffee does help me with that. So I've just been needing this for like energy and all of that. So I'm back on my coffee game. So in today's video, I'm going to be stuffing my cash envelopes and savings envelopes. I'm also going to talk a little bit about some grocery tips, but I am going to make a separate video for that. I did mean to make a separate one this week for specifically groceries and how I save on that. But you guys, I've been sick all week. I have like a cough and sore throat and all of that. Hopefully it's just a cold, but I've just been trying to kind of relax as much as I can throughout the week. I'm also going to be introducing a new envelope into my savings binder, so I'm going to talk about that with you guys. And at the end of the video, I am going to do a little bit of a Q&A with some of the questions that you guys asked on my community tab, so stay tuned for that. So let's get right into the cash stuffing. So as you guys know, I use my budget planner. I did all of my bills and everything. I do that online. I did make a mortgage contribution to my savings account, and I had a cell phone bill and like an internet bill to pay. So my bill total for the coming week is $464, and so that left me with $525 plus actually a couple extra hundred that I am going to be stuffing, and I will explain that in my savings envelopes. So let's go ahead and get right into it. So grocery, we have some money left over. I have $25 left over. I'm gonna leave this off to the side, and I'm gonna show you towards the end what I'm gonna do with it. And we are going to be stuffing grocery with $150 this week. $150. I am actually creating an entire like grocery planning tracker type of thing. It's going to be something that you can like print out and write on it, or you could use it digitally on an iPad or whatever, but I think it's going to be super helpful. And when I do finish it, I'm going to explain that in the groceries video, and I'm going to walk you through step by step how I go about and do that. All right, gas. So guys, we bought a new car. I know some of you guys already know that, but we purchased a second car. So we got a used Honda Civic, but it's actually in amazing condition. It basically looks brand new. So that's super exciting. However, that means now we have double the car insurance, double the amount on gas, and double the amount that we need to save for things like oil changes and in case anything goes wrong. So I'm going to explain that a little bit further, but our gas amount is going to change. So we were just stuffing it with 60. I'm going to stuff gas with 70 this week. 50, 70, and I'm gonna see how that goes. It's gonna take a week or two till we really kind of understand how much our new car is gonna take to fill up gas with, and so hopefully by next week we'll have a better number to budget for gas. Baby for this week is gonna get $60. I mentioned to you guys that we did get a few $100s from the government for like a one-time payment of like a COVID payment. It's kind of almost like the US's equivalent of a stimulus check, except not, because it was only $400. But I did go ahead with that $400. I purchased my son a whole bunch of new clothes and PJs and stuff like that that he needs now that the weather's getting nicer. I also went ahead and put majority of it actually in his savings so that we can pull from it whenever we need. But I am going to be stuffing baby with $60 this week. And this is because we need diapers. So I've explained before, my son is potty trained, but we do use night diapers still. I don't know any of you moms potty trained recently, but I find that the pull-up diapers, I don't know if it's just my son's body, but they don't like cover and protect him properly. Like if he were to wear the pull-up diapers to bed and like have an accident during the night, it would definitely not protect him. Like it would seep through that. So I still buy like regular baby night diapers, and then obviously in the day he just wears underwear because he's potty trained. So I do need to get him diapers, and then I'm also starting to stuff this for the DIY bookshelf that we're going to be making in his room that I was talking about before. So hopefully in a couple weeks we'll be able to get that built in his room. So Pet, my cat, needs some more food for this week. So Pet is going to be getting $60. $50, $60. So that's for the food. And then in here, like I've mentioned, we're stuffing for the litter box. So I think we'll probably only need like $50 for food. So whatever's left over will go towards this, but probably in 2 weeks we'll be able to get his new litter box. So we have 50, 70, 80, 90. Home is gonna get $30. 20, 30. I think we just will need toilet paper for this week, and then maybe like shampoo. My son might need some body lotion. He has eczema, so we go through, well, I have to get him like a more expensive lotion because it's what works for his skin and helps keep his eczema like under wraps. And we go through it quick because I'm always lathering him with lotion to make sure his skin is nice and hydrated. So home is 30. Health, I think I mentioned it in my previous video, we did actually get benefits now, so such a relief for my migraine medication. It's a lot less expensive now. Health, I am gonna stuff with $30. 20, 30, in case I need to get any migraine medication. But also my husband is going to the dentist in June, and the coverage, he's got to get like a whole bunch of things, so it's gonna end up costing The total will be like 400 or something, but the insurance is going to cover most of it, but we'll have to pay 100 something out of pocket. So I am going to start just slowly starting to stuff small amounts in health and keeping it in here for when that appointment happens. Beauty is not getting anything for this week. I do have a new set of nails coming in the mail, guys. These are like press-ons that I glue on from Etsy. It's this Etsy seller in Toronto. I put these on so fast today and I have a glue all over my fingers, so excuse me for that. But I do have new ones already coming in the mail. We are on lockdown, so we're not really going to be getting haircuts right now or anything. My son does need a haircut. I do need to take him to a barber sometime soon to get his hair like professionally cut, the one that his dad goes to. My son has curly hair. He has like 3A type curls, so it does always need to be maintained, and he is in need of a haircut, but we're on lockdown, so we can't be doing that right now. So I'm gonna give him just a little bit of a trimmy, and that will do for now. Miscellaneous is getting $20. You guys know this is just for any random expense for the week. One off. I did have to pull from this envelope last week. I did have $10 in it, so I'm gonna go ahead and put that $10 back in, because as I mentioned, I'm gonna be buying myself a pillow. It's one that's supposed to help with migraines, so I'm gonna start stuffing for that. Glow, I'm gonna be stuffing with $10. Oh, and on my TikTok, one of my more recent TikToks, I was stuffing my grocery envelope and I said grocery, and I had all these people commenting and making fun of the way I say grocery. I know that it is grocery. I don't know. Just say certain words different, guys. Everybody speaks different. Everybody has different accents from different parts of the world. Everybody pronounces things differently. I know it's all love here on YouTube, and I get so much love on TikTok also, but I say groceries, grocery, groceries. I don't know, you guys let me know if I'm saying it weird. So that is everything for my cash envelope. So now we're gonna move on to savings envelopes. I will start answering some of the questions from the Q&A as I go along. So Love XO, I believe, said, how did you decide to start budgeting? For most of my life, I actually haven't been that smart with money. I was never really taught how to be smart with my money. I always just kind of would have money and then spend it. And then I guess, you know, when I started coming into more like adulthood, and then once I had my son, I knew it was time to get super serious about budgeting because bills were starting to come up. Then we ended up purchasing a house like a year after my son was born, and I knew we had to be super strategic with everything because we had so many bills, mortgage payments, all of that. So a few years ago, I started getting into Dave Ramsey's YouTubes, and I learned a lot from that, and I was doing the cash envelope system. And then the pandemic came along, and I actually kind of stopped it for a little bit. And then the pandemic was still going, and I was like, dang, these finances are no joke. We really need to get a hold of it. So I took it up a notch. I took it up 100 notches, and I became way more serious about my budgeting. And that's how I started getting into all of this and taking it way more serious, and it's been helping so much. And they also asked, am I going to do a face reveal? I mean, probably. I hope so. Let me know. Do you guys want a face reveal? Do you guys want me to remain a mystery forever? Just let me know what you guys want, and I can definitely do that. I will still continue to do these videos regardless though. So property tax for this week is going to be getting $200. So let's see how much we have. I did make my payment a couple days ago. So actually, I need to up payment So I'm going to mark this off as paid, and that was installment number 2. And now we will be, oh, that crooked line though. Now we will be working on installment number 3, so that's what I'm starting to stuff for now. I do just want to kind of keep track to know how much I had saved and what I had saved, so I am going to leave that there and just continue on my tracking. So our next installment is $1,000. So now for property tax, we have 100, 200, 350, 60, 70, 80, 90, 400. $400 for property tax. Okay, so $400 for property tax. I'm pretty happy with that. We have 600 more to go. Emergency fund is just going to be getting $5. You guys know every single dollar counts. So for emergency funds, I have 100, 50, 200, 20, 40, 50, 55, $255. For daycare, I'm just going to be stuffing it with $10. So my last video, I did have $1,000 saved for daycare, but daycare is not until September. I was just getting ahead of the game, but we did make a car payment. We bought a car, so I figured it was best to use that money since we had it now, as opposed to put that money like on a line of credit and just have this money sitting here till September. So essentially for daycare, we're going to be back at square one, so I will be having to wipe this off and redo it. So adding $10 to daycare. So now we have 20, 25, 30. So for car, this envelope is going to be a little bit different now because like I said, we have we have 2 car insurance payments now, and I also want this to kind of act as like an emergency fund anytime something happens to the car or for oil changes, anything like that. But because we did get this new car, I'm going to actually be using our original car, and I want to get it detailed, completely cleaned out. So I have an appointment on May 11th to do that. It's gonna be $140 for that. It's this like small business guy that does it locally, and I love supporting small businesses. So stuffing for that, I allowed for that expense because I knew I would want to get it detailed. We have 100, 20, 30, 35, 40. And I'm actually gonna go ahead and put this leftover grocery money in here as well. Really what I'm going to start doing is putting any leftover money towards my new debt envelope, which I'll show you in a minute. But since I know I have this car detailing payment, so now we have 100, 20, 40, 50, 55, 60, 65. 165. So this car envelope is going to start becoming more of a priority. Before it wasn't necessarily a priority savings envelope, but now it's going to be. Birthday is not going to be getting stuffed this week, but we do have 20, 40, 45, 50, 55. So family has $20 in here. I'm gonna leave this in here for now, but I might actually put that towards something else. Clothes is just gonna get $5. For clothes, we have 120, 40, 60, 80, 85, 90, 95. So 195, so close to 200. Hopefully in a couple weeks we'll be able to hit a good amount and start purchasing some clothes for the summer. And holiday, so I did purchase my mom something for Mother's Day. So I will probably be taking this out and putting it towards the credit card purchase. But we have 20, 30, 35, 40 in here for now. I am actually going to, so this wants envelope, I've explained before, it's kind of just like a miscellaneous savings if we ever want to save up for anything we want to buy, like a device, a pair of or clothing, jewelry, a tattoo, whatever it is. But again, we're on lockdown right now, not much is happening, and we don't have a need to be spending money on unnecessary things. I'm gonna put this here towards Mother's Day because I am also probably going to purchase my sister something because it is her first Mother's Day, being a mom to her little baby. So we have 20, 40, 50, 55, 60. Home, we have $20. Fall, so I'm gonna put 20, 40, $60 towards fall for, this is my son's envelope for when he starts daycare or Montessori school, to buy like new outfits, backpack, all that. So I'm starting to save for that early. So 20, 40, 60, 70 so far. Vacation, I do need to start adding some more to this soon. We have 150, 65, 165. My self-love challenge is not gonna get stuffed this week. I have been kind of slacking on this, but that's just because bills and necessities are a priority. This is not a priority. This is just for when I have extra. So I have $30 right now there. So that is everything for savings. I did want to show you the new envelope I'm going to be putting in my savings envelope. Debt, the dreaded debt. Don't think anybody likes these envelopes, but because we purchased our new car, it ended up being under $10,000. Just under. It was about $9,700. So we had about almost $5,000 that we put down in cash, and then the other around $4,000 I did have to put on my line of credit. So I am going to start anytime we have extra money, $5, $10, whatever it is, I am going to start stuffing for this. And when I get a good amount each time, I'll put it towards my line of credit. So I'm gonna add that to the back of the binder, and I will start stuffing that next week. And like I said, anytime I have leftover rollover cash from my cash envelopes, so say I had $5 left over in groceries from the week before, I will be putting it towards that. So I am going to answer the rest of the Q&A questions now. Wendy asked if I have any more budget tips for those who live in Canada. I know right now it's really hard because so many people are out of work. We're in the pandemic, we're in lockdown, and prices seem to be rising for a lot of things. I guess my number one tip would be to just stick to your budget and stick to just the necessities, just the bills, and try your hardest to not do unnecessary spending with anything. I know it can be hard sometimes, even if you're seeing stuff online or if you just want to purchase something for yourself. I know it can be tempting to do that, but if you just stay focused on your goal, focused on your necessities, so like your mortgages, rent, bills, groceries, car payments, anything for your, like, obviously kids, health, all of that, those are all necessities. I would just say stay focused on just the necessities and just take it one day at a time. I know it can feel so overwhelming. Finances are super stressful and it can definitely feel discouraging, but if you stick to your plan and just remember your end goal, that can help a lot. Stay tuned for my grocery video that I do have coming up. I will give a lot of helpful tips. I could do a whole video on tips for budgeting. I'm gonna make a whole video on this because I want to actually sit down and write down helpful tips for you. So stay tuned for that video. Grace asked if I have any recommendations on a teen who wants to save money but spends most of her income on car insurance. So I would recommend, I have kind of, I guess, two pieces of advice I would say for that. The first piece would be literally save every dollar that you can, even if it seems pointless putting like $1 into a cash envelope. It's not, it adds up over time, and that's $1 that you're saving as opposed to spending. I know it's hard when most of your income goes toward things like bills or car payments, whatever it may be, but if you do something like the cash envelope system, make sure that you always have enough for your car payment, and then even if it's just like an emergency savings or just one savings envelope or a few different ones, stuff $1 here, $5 here, $10 there, and try to avoid like takeout, Starbucks, eating out. All of that stuff adds up. I know a Starbucks drink might seem like it's only $5, but $5 adds up over time. So try to just be extra smart with your money, extra careful, and save every single dollar. Write down a budget plan, start like really being strategic with it. Get a whole budget plan going and it will help you out a lot. My second piece of advice would be try to get some side hustles, some side incomes going in. So you mentioned you're a teenager. I'm not sure what your job is, but there's always little part-time things that you could do on the side. You could either like babysit or help people around their yards or start like an online type business. There's lots of different options. So I would recommend doing little side hustles because that side income can really help you out. And lastly, Melissa asked what my thoughts are on allowance for kids. So I think it just really depends on kind of your household, your philosophy for raising your children and what your children are like. My son, he's almost 3 years old, but he doesn't have an allowance right now. He does have his piggy bank. So I started that out actually with potty training. When I was potty training him, anytime he would go to the bathroom, I would give him a quarter and he would put it in his piggy bank. So he kind of started to see the connection between like money, reward, and then putting it in his piggy bank, and at the end getting to buy a toy. My main thing that I want to teach him growing up as a child is to just be smart with his money. When he does get his first job, when he's a teenager or whatever, I'm going to really like sit down with him, make a plan with him, and teach him to save a certain amount from every paycheck. Things like that. I also have started a couple savings accounts for him, and I've opened his own little bank account as well. So when he does start getting a little bit older and gets like birthday money and things like that, he can put a small amount aside towards that. So I don't think necessarily we'll ever be doing an allowance type system, but I will teach him the importance of money, the importance of saving, and you have to save in order to buy things. You don't just always get things given to you, but you ultimately just have to decide what works best for you. That might be an allowance system, whatever it is. I think the key is just to teach children about finances to get them set up for success in adulthood. I hope you enjoyed my video. I hope you have a blessed rest of your week, and stay tuned. Next week I'm hoping to have another budget with me and then my grocery slash budgeting tips. So stay on the lookout for that. Thank you guys so much for watching, and thank you for 2,000 subscribers. I'm so grateful for all of you. I love reading all of your comments. Please leave comments down below. I love interacting with you guys. If you're not subscribed, be sure to hit that subscribe button. Make sure your notifications are turned on, because I know that some people are saying that they're not even seeing my video pop up in their feed. So make sure your notifications are turned on. If you like this video, please give it a thumbs up, and thank you guys so much for watching. I'll see you in my next video. Bye guys.